Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So September is done, October is here, which means it's time for a new Shop My Stash video. So I'm gonna go through the items that I had in September's basket, talk to you a little bit about those, and then I'm going to show you the items that I'm putting in this month's basket. This time it's going to be a little bit different, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. So in the September basket, I had two palettes. I had sort of an Urban Decay moment for September. So I had included the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. The sun is really coming in this window, so I'm going to try not to blind you guys. But it is a all metallic palette with neutrals and colors. I used this every single day, and I paired it with the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. Looks like this, and it's an all matte palette. So I thought that these would go really well together and give me a lot of variety. And they did, sort of. I really enjoyed this one, and it made me realize that I should be reaching for this more. It's a great palette, the Heavy Metals palette, for sort of a metallic accent to any look that you're doing. This palette, on the other hand, I knew that I was a little bit on the fence about this one. I don't actually feel that the quality of this palette reflects the quality that Urban Decay generally puts out. I actually find these pretty difficult to work with. They're not super easy to blend. The colors, I would say like these, like 4 colors here almost look identical on the eye. These two brown shades here, again, almost look identical on the eye. So although I did use this every day because it was in my Shop My Stash, if it hadn't been in my Shop My Stash, I wouldn't have been reaching for this. I really wanted other palettes, but I felt that I had committed to using these two together. So I don't know what that means for this palette going forward in my collection, whether I'll keep it long term or not. I'm still undecided, but I am sort of glad to put this back on the shelf and use something else. But I was really happy that I had the Heavy Metals palette. I had 2 bronzers in my Shop My Stash for September. I had the Nude by Nature loose bronzer in Bondi Bronze. I had the Benefit Hoola bronzer as well. I used both of these. I really like them both. They're quite different tones, so I was glad to have sort of a variety in the tones that I had to play with for that month. And then for highlights, I had the IBY Beauty 24 Karat Magic highlighter. It's sort of more of a bronzy tone. And then I had the Pretty Vulgar highlight that I had repressed in a previous video. I'll link that down below in Shimmering Swan. No, I don't know if the color is Shimmering Swan or if it's Glow Up. Anyways, it's more of a pinky color. I enjoyed both of these. I definitely got a lot more pan on that particular color right there. So I am still trying to use that up because now I've just completely lost the lid for it. So it's just floating around loose in my collection like that. But I do enjoy both of them, and it was nice to have a little bit of a different tone to play with. And then for blushes, I had the Essence Mosaic blush. This is a pinky blush. I actually have this one on today. Looks like this. Love that one. And I also got a lot of use out of my Pixie by Petra. This is the Beach Rose color. Used that one a lot when I was doing colorful looks on the eyes as sort of a neutral blush. And then the TG blush in Awaken, I used a lot as well, especially on my no makeup days, because it kind of gives you a glow with a blush at the same time. And then I had a couple of singles in here. These are by Ace Beauty, and they're their glimmer shadows. I had Cotton Candy and Iced Latte in there. I had got these in last month's BoxyCharm. I didn't get as much use out of these as I wanted to because I was so focused on the Heavy Metals palette. So I'm probably going to put these in this month's basket as well. And then I had just a whole bunch of lipsticks in here. I had the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Pioneer, that was the red, used that lots. I had a bunch of nudes. I'm not going to go through every single one with you, but I had also included the new, I had also included this, and it was new, so I did want to touch on it. It was the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Artist, and it's a really beautiful berry tone. I really like this one. Some of their darker colors I haven't liked as much, so I did want to give you guys the feedback that this was really nice. And that's it. So I did use everything in the basket. It was a good basket. I did get a little bit bored, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really excited for this month. So in the month of September, I had a birthday and I treated myself to some new makeup. I also received my Boxyluxe and got some new makeup in that. So for the whole month, for a good portion of the month anyways, I had all this new makeup and I felt like, oh, but it's like midway through the month and I only have a couple of weeks left to use my Shop My Stash items. So I really just kind of set everything aside. So my plan for this month, rather than filling the basket with like things from each category, what I really want to do is put in the basket all of the things that I've gotten new that I haven't had a chance to play around with. I thought it would be really fun to give myself full freedom to use whatever bronzer I want, whatever cheek product I want, whatever lip product I want while playing with some of these new things that I've got. So that's my plan. So I'm not gonna like switch the camera around and show you guys me choosing because everything's sitting here in a stack in front of me waiting to go on my face another day. So I am gonna go through those things with you guys. All of these things you've seen in previous videos if you've been keeping up, but I am going to go through them with you guys anyways, and make sure that you're following me on Instagram to see the looks that I create with all of these beautiful new things. It's the Beauty Expert Fredericton on Instagram. I'll put that here on the screen if you're not following me. So I had picked up the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop So Jaded palette. I have used this once because I couldn't resist, but it is so beautiful. Look at it. Just look at it. There's so many colors in there that I just want to dive into and so many looks that I have in mind. So I am going to put that in the basket. In addition to the So Jaded palette, I'm going to include the ABH Norvina palette. I have had this for like 2.5 weeks and it's still in the cardboard because I really wanted to give these new things like their moment in October where I got to try everything and I wasn't trying to like sneak a look in outside of my Shop My Stash. So I'm really excited to play with that. I have not yet tried the Anastasia formula, so I'm really excited to dive into it. And I did leave it in the cardboard thing because it has the soft touch packaging. I didn't want it to get all dirty because people complain about that. And then I had also received the Violet Voss Essentials palette. I received this in my Boxyluxe for September. It looks like this. I swatched it in the video, but I haven't used it. So I'm excited to give that a try as well. I know that I love the Violet Voss formula in general, so I'm sure that I'm gonna like this, but there's fun colors in here that I just can't wait to try. So I've got 3 palettes in there, but I also want to add a few singles. So I also wanted to throw in the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadows again. I did use the Iced Latte color a couple of times and I really liked it. Looks like this. It's sort of a bronzy color, but I didn't get to use the Cotton Candy one at all. I just didn't really have any transition colors that I thought suited this sort of peachy orangey color, and I'm sure that I do in one of these palettes, so I'm going to put those in. And I had also picked up from ColourPop one of their Super Shock shadows, which I think is very comparable to those Ace Beauty Glimmer shadows. So it looks like this. It's sort of a dusty, rosy, bronzy color. So I'm going to put that in the Shop My Stash to give that a try. And then I've got a couple of lippies that are new that are still in the packaging. So I had gotten in the September Boxyluxe the Stila Rubino It's the dark red. It's almost a brick color. It's really unique. So I'm gonna give that a try and see. I've decluttered all of my Stila liquid lips except these 3 minis. And they're all sort of more nude type colors. So I can't remember why I decluttered, there's a hair on it, some of my darker colors of the Stila. I'm thinking it was just because they were quite dried up and they were really dark. So I'm gonna give that a try. I'm gonna put that in my basket. And the other one that I'm putting in is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in Aftershock. This is sort of a rosy color, which I feel like for me is gonna be a very great, like your lips but better everyday type color. So I'm putting those 2 lipsticks in the basket, but I'm not limiting myself to just those lipsticks because of course I have a lot of colors to play with, and I just want to give myself a little bit more freedom. I don't generally limit myself just to what's in the basket, but the last couple of months I've gotten a little bit bored with the whole shop my stash situation. So all I wanted to do was focus on some of these new items and give myself just full freedom to play with whatever I want otherwise. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you have any of these palettes that I haven't tried yet? What do you think of them? What do you think of my selection this month? Do you mind that I'm doing it this way? Do you mind that I'm not doing like everything from every category? I hope not. I think it's going to be a little bit fun. I'm just trying to keep the Shop My Stash interesting. I feel like I've got a nice little variety of some new things to play with that I'm really looking forward to, and I think I've sort of renewed my excitement for Shop My Stash by doing it this way. So I hope you guys don't mind. I kind of broke the rules this time and I'm doing things a little bit different, but I think it's going to be really fun. So leave me some comments down below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!